Hello, Zysos here. Yeah, so today I was planning on playing some Iron Man. And I figure while I'm here, and so you can understand why I'm not playing Justice, I figured I'd show off just how much I've actually completed so far. So I'm trying to complete all combinations of hero, aspect, and villain. I've currently beaten 134 of the 216 available. This is the spreadsheet that keeps track of it all. I was going to show off the Miss Marvel deck, but I only have the mutagen formula game left, and I'm waiting on a answer to a rules question that significantly impacts how powerful that deck is. I've been playing it assuming the worst, but if I get the answer to that rules question, I might do a video on that deck because it is quite fun, even without the little power I can get from that rules answer. Now, and I decided before I went live I was going to play some Iron Man because I realized over the weekend, over the weekend when I was redoing making sure my thumbnails were consistent, that on YouTube, that I actually have never streamed Iron Man. So I'm going to play either aggression, leadership, or protection. I'm undecided which, but probably not protection, because there was an idea that I have that once the Doctor Strange pack comes out, and I have it, and I own it, and thus feel like I can play those cards, there's an idea that I have for a deck that I think could be quite fun. So I might as well leave these ones for that, because I'm assuming I'm not going to get through all 216, through all the remaining ones before Doctor Strange comes out, considering he comes out in 2 weeks. So that leaves me with leadership and aggression. And as I was just playing Miss Marvel leadership, I think I might skip out on leadership and play aggression. But let's flick over to Tabletop Sim and get started on deck construction. I grabbed out all of them just in case, but let's say I am playing that, and we'll put these to the side for now. Okay, so first thing, we need to have a look in here and see what we can get with a energy resource that's actually not completely terrible. This could be sacrifice 1 HP for 2 forts. It's not terrible, not completely terrible. Hulk is an energy resource and a blocker. I think he comes in. I don't think I'm going to attack with him though, unless I go full physical. Put 3 copies of Relentless Assault. I guess 3 copies of Tac Team. That just leaves these two as the only energy. Oh wait, Valkyrie. Definitely Valkyrie. 8. It's not a bad start. That's only aggression. That's only energy cards too. So I need some physical to trigger off of the Relentless. Anyway, that gets me the start of a good basis for Repulsor Blast. Let's actually spread this out a bit. Yeah, so we have 3 Tac Teams. Might be a little overkill. Tac Team's not really the most efficient card. It's like 4 for 6. And it's really slow. It's like it's like the quality of an ally, but not the quality of an ally, like the speed of an ally, and like the same value, but also the same value of damage, but also you don't get the block at the end, which is normally what makes up for allies being so slow. It's kind of weird. There's no reason not to include Quinncarrier in a Iron Man deck at the moment, or it's a solo Iron Man deck at the moment. It'll just get you the aerial without having to work for it. I see no reason not to include the 3 of those. I see no reason not to include a downtime, considering the free recovery on Iron Man and the ease of him readying. I don't see more resources being needed. Now, what I could do, and I know I've been doing this a lot lately, I could go Jarnbjorn. I could throw Jarnbjorn here, and I could put in like 3 copies of enhanced physique to trigger it. And it will trigger off every single one of his gauntlet attacks, relentless assaults. Also, those with physiques will let me get overkill on the relentless assault, which is pretty good. Oh, I should put in Mockingbird at least. I'm not playing a Hulk deck. There should be a Nick Fury in here. Okay, that's probably my whole ally base though. I don't see Tigra being an option, not being that valuable. Hercules is kind of trash at the cost you pay for him. Hercules is trash for the cost. If you can get him down to like 4, he starts being worthwhile, but you can't consistently do that against anyone. So I don't see him realistically seeing play, especially not right here when I'm building a deck. Extra card, extra resource but cheaper. Both of them have valuable resources for me if I go Jarnbjorn. I think I'm going Jarnbjorn. Oh, I'm playing so much Jarnbjorn lately. But it just gets so many attacks, it just makes so much sense. Yeah, let's get the power ofs. That'll help with the boots and the Jarnbjorn, as well as allowing me to consistently play this with the kicker and this with the kicker. Both seem valuable. Physicals. Physicals that I want to play in Iron Man. No, no, no. Maybe I could put a combat training in. It's whether I want counter attack or not. I think you can't go wrong with 2 copies of counter attack. I think enhanced physique though does come in to try and get that vulnerability. Enhanced physique. Probably all 3 copies, along with at least a Helicarrier. Mansion's kind of expensive. I could put off a one-off copy of... Maybe I'm better off a one-off copy of Endurance. Wasn't really considering it, but I would like to up my energy density. Now, counter attack I think is the most suspect card. What would I replace it with? Haymaker? I think Haymaker would be the best out of the cards available. Yeah. How am I doing for energy resources? 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9, 10, 11. And what's in his actual set that isn't already in play, which are the supersonic punches. So that's 13. Probably looking at about a 30 card deck when I'm finished, when I'm fully built. So 5 damage, somewhere between 3 and 5 damage for the repulsors. 5 is the break point I want. Yeah, I think this comes out. I think I've gone too heavy on the Jarnbjorn, and I don't think I can afford it. So obviously, with this deck, I am clearly moving away from the mental resources that would be in a more classic Iron Man deck. I'm using the Quinncarrier to try and make up for that. So if you don't have the Black Widow set, you'd have to move much further away from Jarnbjorn or to get the more consistent damage. Because this is effectively 2 damage and potentially more threat as well from the aerial stuff. Okay. There we go. I think we are done here. This is looking more consistent. 5, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15. So about 50-50. That puts us at about a 5 to 7. Yeah, 5-7 range on the repulsor blast expectation. I think that's better. And these are purely to feed Jarnbjorn, and I think that's going to be the main way I'm going to feed Jarnbjorn. So don't expect a lot of Jarnbjorn going off here. I might be able to get a few off here, but they also need to feed the Relentless. So we'll see how that actually goes. But this is the deck I'm going to be playing. By the look of things, so let's just take a screenshot and group it up. Yep, we'll group it up. Group it up, throw it in here, save this object, index, okay, let's set these off to the side where they'll be out of the way. And let's start setting up. I think I'll set up a Rhino just to test this. And then maybe move on to... No, let's not test on Rhino. Let's test on Risky Business, because I haven't done it yet. And it's about the same difficulty as Rhino on Expert. With both of them on Expert. Heroic Rhino is a lot more difficult than Risky, but... yeah, let's do that.